Hey guys, salut la gang. You all know me, AJ Gentile. It's been a while. It's been a while. Here we are on my 82nd live stream. It has been a whole year since I've taken a break from everything from the Facebook group um, right down to the live streams and the YouTube and everything. So this is going to be the first one for 2025. I know I'm a bit late in the year as it is the last day of the year. C'est la dernière journée de janvier, mais je voulais absolument faire quelque chose en janvier for the justement for the new year, and I want to get back into live streaming regularly. As a matter of fact, I scheduled tomorrow. I don't know who's going to be able to make it. Hopefully, Uncle Bob will. I invited Mark. I got to still invite Marc Laboisière, who I haven't spoken to in a long time too. Um, but I'm going to start up also tomorrow the round table, which is the discussion group on photography, and I'll be streaming all that through. As a matter of fact, this is being streamed through YouTube live. So if you want to join me, s'il vous plaît, définitivement, vous pouvez me rejoindre. I posted on the photography with AJ, photography avec AJ. I got somebody knocking over here, which all turns out to be the whatchamacallit, my oh, we'll let him in anyways. It's my what's it called there? The guy that does the bot that types out all of the text. So record meeting. We'll try that, see what that does. It's been a while since I've been on Zoom. As a matter of fact, I'm usually on every other Monday, although I missed it this week with Mike Ekman, um, Theo, Anthony, and I'm missing somebody. I know I'm missing somebody. Oh, Paul, of course, Paul on Camerosity. Um, but I got to get back into the YouTube thing, and also with all. You can also reach me on my Instagram, by the way. Um, and as a matter of fact, for the last year, actually that was more than a year. That I've been tagged with the photography community in Montreal called Bière Camera Montréal, which I hope to have one day at the round table on my YouTube. Um, Francis Belmont, who's the organizer for Bière Camera Montréal over here in Montreal. Fantastic group. If we're not 40 people, we're usually somewhere in and around the 90-ish, 100, over 100 sometimes people for the photo walk that we do monthly. Fantastic community of people out there. Everything from film photography right down to digital, right down to the iPhone. And I've got met up with a few new friends there who do large format. Um, as a matter of fact, at the beginning of the year, I was with an old buddy of mine from avec, the photo club here on the South Shore of Saint Lambert, André Lafort, who does darkroom coaching and also large format. As a matter of fact, he shoots 5x7 and 8x10, which I don't remember if might have. I know I did an episode. I think I even posted them on the group. Some of my dry plates, my first few dry plates that I did, he was present. We did an outing together in Parc de la Yamaska over here on the South Shore, and he had invited me at the beginning of the year to do a darkroom session in his darkroom. I only wish I recorded it because it was it was a beautiful day. I had even the photo that I had actually developed with him was a 4x5 photo I shot of my dad playing chess with my daughter a couple of months before he passed away. And I actually, that's the same photo that I had exposed. Mark got me with the exposed, exhibited with him and Uncle Bob and Nicholas, my cousin, and the group at RDP Argentique here in Montreal. He helped me develop it in his darkroom, um, and he showed me a lot of techniques that I hadn't even learned when I was in school, when I was in the dark room in school 40 odd years ago. In that he showed me how to use the multi-grade papers with the multi-grade filters. Um, he brought me back to the dodging and the burning, and the image came out fantastic. I do admit for a first try, it came out really well. I do want to redo it because there was a section of there was a corner of the shot that I had found it was too I burned it in too much. But it was a fantastic experience, and I can't wait to have another darkroom session with Andre um, in the very near future. And as a matter of fact, to go out and shoot um, with my 4x5 with him as soon as it warms up, at least a little bit more than it is right now. We've been having some pretty cold weather here in the -19s, -20s, 25 minus 25 Celsius. Um, but yeah, I've had a busy year. 2024 was a busy year, especially with work. Um, Doing a lot of classes, a lot of excursions. I was able to actually do a few photo walks with Biarré Camera Montréal, although the last 2 or 3 months of the year, right after we called it we called it, I should say, Francis called it le Film Festival de Montréal, and I did two talks and two demonstrations on film development, C41 and ECN2. Needless to say, ECN2 was my very first experience developing ECN2, and the presentation went off without a hitch. It turned out to be a fantastic weekend. It was from a Friday night straight through to the Sunday, um, and we had a wonderful time. Um, so let's not we got a lot of photos to look at from the group. And we're gonna go back. Let me just get to the screen. Hold on a sec. I just need the browser for this. If you want to join me, please visit the Photography with AJ site, and you'll be able to I'm just realizing something. Okay, so it's been a while since I done this. Oh no, okay, I'm looking at, hold on just a second. This one's gonna come over here, like so. Okay. It's not showing me on I see there's what's this here? Okay, that's fine. Uh, Participants. Nobody has joined in yet. If you want to join in, please visit the Facebook group, and you'll be able to. I'm noticing. Okay, that's it. There's no picture in picture, but that's okay. That's fine. So here we have Denis Fournier. Monsieur Fournier I met him through Gosselin, where I work in a few classes and my photo outings that I host for Gosselin. And this was a long exposure that we did this summer in August. Um, and I'd brought my Nissi -10 and -6 neutral density filters, des filtres ND. Puis voici les résultats de justement Monsieur Fournier. Puis c'est une fantastique exemple de longue exposition. I don't remember what we did the exposure at on this. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was at close to 11 minutes, 11 or 12 minutes. Um, And you'll notice that we see a lot more detail in the shadows, and we see a lot more detail, a lot more information here in the highlights, which is a fantastic shot. Beautiful shot here. We were a little bit, en français, coincé. As you can see here, we have a few jetted out branches here. As far as any amelioration that we could do with this photo here would have been probably to rather than zoom in as much as Monsieur Fournier did here, was to zoom out a little bit and just grab the tree where these branches are coming from. That way, we'd be able to see a little bit more. I noticed here also we're, oh no, okay, we got it. I'm in there. I'm up, I'm on the top up there. That's it. So let me see, but you don't see my cursor though, my mouse. Okay, but that's fine. So you'll notice here at the right, at the bottom right, there's a couple of branches sticking out, jutting out of the side of the. It would have been nice if we could have included the tree. Um, but let's go on to our next one. And no, sorry, we're going the wrong way. That's right, I forgot. With Facebook, I got to go in reverse. This was a shot Mark shot, and I believe in the last episode, I had this was where we had stopped. It was the last photo that Mark had sent us. This is of a blue heron, and it's a beautiful shot, by the way. Um, the bird could the bird could have been a little bit, I'd say, underexposed just a little bit, just to gain a little bit more detail here in the head. Um, but otherwise, it's a beautiful shot here. Okay, so this was Monsieur Fournier, and here we have a larger view. Um, Again, a beautiful shot. Here we have the motion of the water, and you'll notice here how the water looks glazed over with its current. And again, we have these branches, but I mean these branches, all we needed to do was include a little bit more of that right side, et puis ça l'aurait justement ça l'aurait sorti un peu mieux euh, dans ce temps-là. Puis même d'avoir un peu plus de l'avant-plan, quand même qu'elle est bien, bien cadrée ici. On voit très bien qu'il est à niveau avec le sol. This was farther in where we were. As a matter of fact, this was in Sainte-Martine. C'est des chutes, or c'est une barrière. Ouais, c'est une barrière à Sainte-Martine, qui est sur la rive sud de Montréal, à peu près, oh, wow, if I remember correctly, I would say probably somewhere in about, voyons, 30, 40 minutes from our store at 10:30. Um, but beautiful shot here. Again, it could use a little bit more lighting here on the right. We have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful motion here in the running water in this little alcove here. And the water was pretty strong, as a matter of fact. And I remember the day that we were there was a technically no, you're not allowed to swim here in this current. And of course, on this particular day, there were a lot of people who were there from Saint Martin. Made for a nice family day, I guess, for everybody. So we were a little as the morning, because we got there pretty early. As the morning went on, it started to really pack in with families from around. But here again, here's another beautiful shot of a close-up. As a matter of fact, you'll notice that this is a close-up of this section right here. Mind you, you still can't see my mouse. Damn, I gotta see about that. Why we can't see the mouse. There's a setting somewhere, I'm pretty sure that oh, I know what it is. Where is it? Annotate. And if I say, no, I don't want to draw on it. What I do want, though, is a pointer. Where's the pointer? Select mouse. Is that it? Just checking. Yeah, there it is. Okay, you see. So what I'm talking about is this area right here. Should come up right. Come on. In this particular place right here. Okay, then maybe that's not it. Is there a laser pointer here? What is that? Spotlight. So if I put, there we go. That's better. So if we look over here, there we go. Um, so yeah, there's a beautiful uh waterfall, and here we have the close up, and you'll notice because of the way that he framed this, we see much more into the shadows. Again, it's another long exposure. Fantastic shot. Très bien réussi là, Monsieur Fournier. This was the wide. It's basically it's a water. Voyons, pas a réserve, a reservoir for all the farmland out in Saint Martin. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Um, we were lucky too because it wasn't too hot, wasn't cold or anything like that. Um, Ici, par contre, tu sais, l'horizon en temps réel, elle est vraiment dans le milieu de justement, dans notre, sur l'image. Vu que le ciel était tellement blanc, and there wasn't much detail here up in the sky, we could have lowered the camera and concentrated more on the foreground, l'avant-plan, avec les forêts, and the actual chute or waterfall that you see here. But still a fantastic shot, magnificent shot, Monsieur Fournier. Très bien réussi. Here he was using his zoom. He zoomed in a little bit more. And as a matter of fact, I remember we had some seagulls, um, justement, that were fishing, qui pêchaient, puis qui se promenaient sur la chute. The last time I'd been there, maybe the year before, I was lucky because I was able to get a crane, not a crane, well, a crane, but c'était une aigrette? Non, c'était pas une aigrette. C'était un blue heron, um, a great blue heron who was actually fishing right in this area right here. Um, and you get some really interesting birds there too, as a matter of fact. Here's a beautiful shot of the forest inland at the same site. Great, beautiful shot of the weeping willow here. L'exposition très bien réussie. On voit même le ciel derrière les nuages. It was a kind of it was a I would say there were a lot of clouds. Though actually, I don't know if there was, si je me rappelle bien, y avait-tu annoncé de la pluie, me semble? Je m'en rappelle plus. Euh, mais en temps réel, c'était quand même très bien. Je veux dire, it turned out to be a really, really beautiful day. Who do we have up next? Uncle Bob with his beer stop. And here he chose to do a selective coloring in the sense that he left the awning, as you can see. And as a matter of fact, I saw Uncle Bob earlier this week. On Wednesday, I went down to see him. I brought him I have an 8 millimeter movie digitizer, and spent the afternoon with him. During a snowstorm, but there's a beautiful shot here of really, really beautiful shot here of a bar. I don't know if this is in Old Montreal. I wonder if this is in Old Montreal. Beautiful shot here of some light trails at night. Uh, Fantastic shot. This uncle shot this in 2019. I love the colors. Uh, this is probably around just after sunset because we can still see the blue, a little bit of the dark blue of the sky here. Beautiful shot there. Just a sec. There we go. Ah, yes. Uncle Bob's street photography, le photo de rue avec mon oncle Bob. It's been a while since we've gone out shooting together, but hopefully um, we'll be able to do it later on this summer. Uh, Beautiful shot here of people just sitting down, relaxing at a street side cafe. Here we have Melina. Been a while since I saw Melina. Beautiful shot of their grapes, and I believe these are her grapes from her yard. Uh, Beautiful shot here, a grapevine. I love the colors and the little inverse vignette that she's applied to this shot here to brighten up the photo itself. Très bien réussi, fantastic, bellezza. Beautiful shot there, Melina. And here we have Mark, my old friend, who started a couple of years back, shooting with I believe he was shooting with a 5DS Mark. I think it was a 5DS something or other. And beautiful, beautiful, beautiful close up here of a flower. And I'm actually thinking that's not a marguerite, but a bumblebee taking nectar from the flower. Beautiful, beautiful quality of blur um, behind the subject. Mark, you really outdid yourself on this shot. Exposure, the even the parts that are brightest are not overexposed, and I'm talking like this area right here. This is really well exposed. You really did a good shot. You really did a good job on this one. Fantastic, Mark. Here we have Denise Benoit. And here I believe she might even be a one of my students from Gosselin. Belle image ici. Euh, Ma seule question de cette photo-là, c'est euh, la perspective de cette photo-là. Vous avez coupé les pattes, les jambes du cheval et vous avez gardé plus d'espace ici en haut. Euh, So, la prochaine fois, ça serait plutôt, tu sais, normalement, c'est sûr et certain aux animaux, surtout aussi, euh, également avec les humains, on n'aime pas couper aux genoux, aux jointures, je veux dire. Um, Techniquement, ici, on aurait pu, genre, couper plus. Si vraiment tu aurais voulu aller chercher, je crois, c'est votre mari ou votre partenaire, ou peut-être un membre de famille, soit aller chercher plus près, lui, ou sinon, si c'était vraiment pour aller chercher tout le cheval et le chevalier, ça aurait été d'inclure justement euh, le bas du cheval aussi en même temps. Mais à part de ça, l'exposition est très bien réussie. Euh, Même sa positionnement, quand même qu'elle est très centrée, est quand même, vous avez laissé quand même plus d'espace dans la direction où ce que, il dirigeait le cheval. Une belle photo, bien réussie. Ah, ça, c'est une beautiful, beautiful, beautiful portrait. I love this shot parce qu'on voit ses yeux, on voit vraiment son expression. Il est concentré sur qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de faire. Puis même l'effet que vous avez gardé l'oreille du cheval, tu sais, on le sait qu'est-ce qu'il fait maintenant. Fait que ça donne un peu plus de contexte à ce portrait-là. Euh, Fait que Madame Benoît, très bien réussi. Félicitations. Um, ça, c'est une shot encore plus intéressant que la première. Je te dirais quand même, quand, surtout moi, quand je capte des mouvements ou des sujets en mouvement en temps normal, j'évite de photographier le sujet au vertical. Si vous regardez cette photo-là quand même, Elle est très belle. L'exposition est très bien réussie. Le fond, il est flou. C'est exactement qu'est-ce qu'on cherche dans cette photo-là. C'est juste que si vous auriez pris la photo plutôt à l'horizontale, tu aurais donné plus d'espace à la cheval et à le cavalier euh, dans son espace d'environnement. What I'm saying here is the shot is it's a fantastic shot in that he and the horse are frozen. I personally like to see a little bit of movement in the hooves of the horses, just because that adds to power. Um, I also try to choose a shutter speed that is normally slightly under the point where I'm freezing completely the image because I like to have that background blur in the direction of while I'm panning with the subject. But what I mentioned here was in this particular instance, I would be shooting this image more so horizontally, and I would be giving more space in front of the horse, so the horse has a space to go into, rather than just blocking them, literally blocking them in their motion. But otherwise, it's a fantastic shot. Très bien réussi. Félicitations, Madame Benoit. See, this is more natural in the sense that the horse is stopped. There's no motion, and this could just well be a perfectly, I mean, a perfect environmental portrait of the rider on the horse. Exposure again is beautiful. It's fantastic. Um, Surtout si ça a été pris en JPEG et vous n'avez pas nécessairement le fichier RAW. Um, c'est très bien réussi. If you were shooting in RAW, si vous auriez tiré en RAW et JPEG comme que je fais, normalement, à cause de le tache blanc sur son front, normalement, j'essaie toujours, puis let's zoom in a little bit and I'll show you what I mean. You'll notice over here that the white of his forehead is completely blown out, and we don't necessarily see any ridges or any evidence of the fur on his forehead. So normally I would probably underexpose this shot by at least a third or two-thirds, point 3, point 7 en moins, juste pour donner plus. Par contre, si vous l'aurez tiré cette photo-là réellement en JPEG, euh, ça t'aurait pas donné beaucoup plus dans ce temps-là. Um, Otherwise, again, beautiful shot, fantastique. Merci pour votre partage. This is a photo that Uncle had shot in I believe this was, oh wait, it's right there. It's in the 70s. That's it. And we were looking at it. We were looking at it while I was at his house on Wednesday, because he was showing me all the photos that he submitted to the Facebook groups, and this was one of them cooling off. It's a fantastic shot. I love the moment that was captured. They're cooling off there in the and I believe he told me this was in La Ronde, I think. I'm not sure. I forget. But a great shot again. There's my cousin Nick. Hey, that was last year. All right, here we go with his sunglasses on. Beautiful shot there, see. I think this is a shot that he shot with his ZF, his Nikon ZF. And it might even be, I don't know if this was before. Well, wait a minute. This is 21st of August. No, okay, he didn't have the 40 millimeter at the time. He got the 40 millimeter later on. But a beautiful shot there, Nick. Somebody's feet. I don't know whose feet those are. Cobblestones. Again, another beautiful, beautiful shot here. You can see the detail in the cobblestones. Contrast between the rock, the stones, and his feet. You know, uh, whatchamacallit, still life versus vivant. Here we have Milena. This is Église Saint-Joseph in RDP. Really well well executed. Um, the church is beautifully lit. This was a long exposure, and the reason we can tell that it's a long exposure because we have here, I'm not sure, you know what, let's have a look and see what we can see. Actually, if I do that, yes, that looks like, they look like planets. At that looks particularly like planets. But you can tell that it's a long exposure because even the highlights are extremely soft. You know, the lighting here and the lighting over here are extremely soft in the image, but it's a beautifully executed shot here. We have Monsieur Fournier here with this would be the Botanical Gardens in Montreal. Les jardins botaniques. Puis ça, je crois que c'est le jardin chinois ou japonais with the temple. I could be wrong, Monsieur Fournier. Corrige-moi si c'est pas justement peut-être ça l'était un voyage que vous avez pris aussi. Mais j'aime bien les couleurs. Um, c'est dur, tu sais, cette photo-là probablement a été prise proche des heures de midi, où ce que la lumière peut être quand même un peu crue. Dans ce temps-là, j'ai la tendance à sous-exposer. Quand je parle de sous-exposer, c'est jamais dans le -1, là. Quand je parle de sous-exposer, normalement, ça serait plutôt dans le -1 tiers, -2 tiers, son 0,3, 0,7. Euh, juste pour éviter ces parties-là qui sont un peu éclatées, éclatées, euh, qui est le mot plutôt que j'utilise. You'll notice the highlights over here in this part of the tree, and over here the highlights are blown out a little bit. So by underexposing by a third to two-thirds of a stop, it's very rare that I'll underexpose literally -1. I really, sorry about that. My my webcam adjusts. It's on a gimbal, so it's adjusting to me. I'm hoping it's not moving too much. Actually, you know what though? I will do one thing. I will zoom out slightly because it's a little too. Hang on, where is it? You know what? We'll just put it back. There we go. That should do it. That's better. Okay. Um, So yeah, when it comes to shooting strictly between 11 and I'd say 1 in the afternoon, normally I'm always shooting it somewhere between I'm talking digitally. Digitally, not film unless I'm shooting slide film. Um, but normally I'm always underexposing by a third to two-thirds of a stop, just to affect um the highlights. And the highlights again being these rocks over here, this green that you see that's kind of green yellowish, and in these red leaves. It brings the highlights down a little bit and a little bit gives you a little bit more control when you want to be able to readjust later on. But again, Monsieur Fournier, comme d'habitude, fantastique. Oh, this is a beautiful foggy day. That looks like, is that um what is that? Oh, come on. That jail in where is it? I can't remember. Is it San Francisco? The Rock, the movie The Rock. Isn't that Alcatraz? That's a beautiful shot. I love the eeriness of this image. Le brume, ça donne tellement un bel euh, ambiance à cette photo-là. Vraiment bien réussi. Vraiment bien réussi. Golden Gate's there. That's like San Francisco. So the whatchamacallit, the pagoda must have been here in San Francisco then. Again, beautiful shot. As a matter of fact, this probably would have been un instance, Monsieur Fournier, que vous auriez pu utiliser votre polarisant juste pour donner un peu plus de contraste euh, sur le pont, sur voyons, voyons, what do you call those? Well, the gates, the golden gates, but the towers, sorry, les tours. Otherwise, si vous auriez pas eu, si vous n'auriez pas apporté avec vous votre polarisant, euh, utilise le filtre, alors pas le filtre, mais le glissière de, what's it called? Dévoilé dans Lightroom, si vous avez Lightroom. Uh, oh, what is it called in English? Dévoilé. It's called dehaze. The dehaze slider in Lightroom would have brought in a little bit more, a little bit less of that bluish, I guess, hue because it seems like either there was a smog or there was a bit of a not a fog, but there was like I don't know. Oh my God, what's the word I'm looking? Humidity in the air. But otherwise, again, beautiful shot here. Uh, Bien réussi, Monsieur Fournier. Fantastic. Here's the pagoda. So this must be in a botanical garden in San Francisco. Um, Wonderful shot here. I love the colors. Vous avez bien réussi les couleurs dans le pagoda, en dessous les toits du tour. Congratulations. You really, really, yeah. Again, here, I would have just maybe underexposed just a little bit, just to bring out, just to, bring these trees, not these trees, but these leaves here a little bit more saturation. Très bien réussi. Very nice. I love the sky, the water. What could have been done here to remove this fence over here, it would have been better to, let's see if we can, yeah, see, just by zooming in slightly, you can still, now the idea is that when you crop in the camera, I'm doing this on this image only because I want to give you an example of what I'm talking about. But when I have a bridge, I try to bring the deck plate here, this deck plate right here, down in the corner. And if you still want more, again, you'd have to do this in the camera because evidently just by cropping like this, you lose a lot of, see, because you lose the boat right away. But technically, if you could have cropped right up to here and gone a little bit wider, closer to the fence, you would have been able to get the whole thing without the fence in front. Et je le sais très bien aussi que, quand on parle de voyage, des fois on est pressé, des fois on a des gens sur notre dos parce qu'ils veulent aller à la prochaine place ou quoi que ce soit. Ils veulent se déplacer plus vite. But it's in hindsight that we evidently, by looking at the photos, we see better how we could have shot the images for the next time around, whether it's back at the Golden Gates or it's back at another bridge of the same type, cable bridge with encore Monsieur Fournier. Fantastic photo ici well, in English we say pond. Uh, I love the fact that we can see through the surface where the lily pads are. Um, Again, it's a beautiful shot here. We've got even the person over here sitting, or actually, there's two people there. Let's have a look just to see. Yep, you got a couple of people here haven't taken a break in the under the trees over here, um, probably seeking shelter from the sun. Beautiful shot there. Fantastic. Encore une fois, félicitations. Un très bon moment. We got a little bit of bird photography. Beautiful. We got some pelicans. Fantastic. On voit même l'œil de cette pelican là. I don't even know if that's the word for pelican in French. Sorry. But again, another beautiful shot. Again, this also comes to mind of what do I include? What do I exclude when I'm shooting something like this? Uh, if you can't include it, exclude it. So here, the only thing that really is a little bit disturbing is this part right here. And it would have just been, I'm just going to not even crop in the sense that I'm just going to remove him to make this more interesting. Plus, even though you don't have the whole bird on this side, you could get all of his, actually, you got it because his beak is right here. So, other than that, très bien réussi, Monsieur Fournier. Merci pour votre partage en passant. Uh, oh my God, a streetcar. Those are, I remember when we had streetcars in Montreal. It was a long, long, long time ago. I believe the streetcars in Montreal lasted until the late 70s, maybe 78, 77. I was a kid at the time, but still. Fantastic. Beautiful shot here. Really nice. The detail, lighting. It's a little bit dark. Um, it could be brightened up a little bit, specifically on this side here of the streetcar. Mais à part de ça, très bien réussi. Fantastic. Beautiful. No distracting elements here. Beautiful shot. Here we go back to the I don't know. I don't know if this is a temple. Again, it comes down to what to exclude, what to include, and what to exclude. If I can't get the whole statue here, and I don't know if this is a fountain or a birdhouse, but right now the element that's kind of combating with the this pagoda here is really this stone monument. Um, by backing up a little bit, you could have included it, and it would have been that much. I would not be not clear, but to the context of the story, it would have added more to it, rather than just hiding the majority of the pagoda here. What just happened? Oh, okay. So the other guy. Okay, well, that's too bad. Uh, that note bot or whatever recording bot has you reached a recording limit. Ah, there you go. Okay, so that's fine. I guess it's only good for an hour. Sorry. So continue on. Again, très belle shot, Monsieur Fournier. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at the different trees. Très bien réussi. Encore, et vu que vous avez peut-être pas installé votre polarisant, see the polarizer here, what it would do is it would just remove the stray light, enough stray light that it would just give a little bit more darkness to this part here, this part here. Otherwise, minus 1/3, and we don't need to see what's past this. Sorry, not reason, but the only way really to be able to see past these shadows, pour voir plus clairement dans les ombrages, comme notre œil fait, puis évidemment, notre cerveau, ça aurait été de prendre une longue exposition, mais là, ça leur a pris un trépied. And, necessarily, when you're traveling, um, it's hard to go around with a tripod and then go around the filters. Here we have Uncle Bob with some street photography. Beautiful street photography here. A couple walking across the crosswalk. Fantastic. I'm assuming this might be a dock for a boat. Yeah, here we go. Back to the ship. I didn't even think to look at the again, a beautiful shot here. I love the colors, the symmetry of the crosswalk, the diagonals. Milena, nice shot of the moon there. Good job. Fantastic. This is the eclipse. This is one of the eclipses in September 18th. Isn't this one of the eclipses, I think? Again, nice shot. Please, by all means, when you submit photos, try to remember to put some of the details of how you shot it, what you shot it with, just to give a little bit more context to the image. Because I'd be curious to see what focal length Melina used for this. And was it shot on film or was it shot digitally? Because I know that Melina shoots film cameras also, like I do. Here we got another one. This is even better because now you get more details here under. This would be, if I'm not mistaken, Tycho. Um, the main, or not the main, but the largest of the craters that we see on with our eye. Monsieur Fournier, we have a rapace. Ça se peut-tu? Un rapace? Beautiful shot here. I love how the colors kind of blend in. And using the depth of field, le fond il est flou. Fait que c'est bien réussi pour ça aussi. Fantastique. Yeah, there it is. It's a falcon. Beautiful shot here of a falcon. Nice street here in the country. Beautiful shot, Monsieur Fournier. Félicitations. Autumn colors. As a matter of fact, I was up in when did we do the autumn colors at Gosselin? We did them in October. I think it was the first or second weekend of October, and we had decided to do in on top of Mount Royal Park, and we had a wonderful time. We had a good group too. We had about I think we had 8 or 10 people with us that day. The only thing I could maybe see here, Monsieur Fournier, c'est que ta vitesse, ouais, c'est ça. Le flouté que vous voyez ici, là, is really the fact that your shutter speed just wasn't fast enough for the focal length you were using to shoot this. And this goes back to film when we used to have the rule of thumb for en temps d'une vitesse, pour déterminer une vitesse qui est moindrement assez pour figer, surtout un sujet qui est fixe, même qu'il y aurait un petit vent, euh, surtout en numérique, on cherche toujours 2 fois le focal, si pas 4 fois le focal. So, si vous arrêtez ici, genre à 50 mm, mais vous chercherez minimum un centième ou plus, un centième, un 2 centièmes de seconde, for twice or 4 times the focal length. In the back in the day in film photography, we considered 1 over the focal length to be enough shutter speed to freeze a subject that is already still. But that rule of thumb doesn't translate very well in digital photography because when we consider a 35 millimeter film from 100 to 400 ISO, 1 over the focal length is not enough shutter speed. Sorry, it is, sorry, 1 over the focal length for 35 millimeter on film anywhere between 100 and 400 ISO is more than enough. But the average digital sensor, APS-C or full frame, 35 millimeter, is usually, I would say the norm now is between 24 and 30, I don't know, 30, I will say 33 megapixels, because in my head I have Sony stuck in my head. And that resolution is not enough, or sorry, is such an abundance of resolution compared to a 35 millimeter film that you need to double and quadruple that shutter speed for the focal length. So at 100 millimeters, you're looking at 200th of a second, 400th of a second. And for a 50 millimeter, twice that, so 100th of a second or four times, which would be justement your 400th of a second. Sorry, 200th of a second. What am I saying? Mais encore, très belle capture ici. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Remember, when shooting trees, it's always preferable to keep the ground because you want the tree to be anchored unless you're shooting a detail in the tree. Oh, that's a beautiful sun star. Or I call them sun stars. Beautiful shot there. There we have our views. Ah, Madame Dolce, fantastic shot. And I cannot remember which woodpecker this is. I think it's a downy woodpecker, if I'm not mistaken. But oh, there you go. See my damn thing. Hang on, I gotta bring that back. It's too close. I don't want you looking up my nose. Hang on. Give me where is it? And you need power, so we're gonna give you some power. Bring it back to studio, and we'll leave you like that. There we go. Um, yeah, no, I mean, listen, beautiful shot. Um, what can I say? C'est fantastique. I just love the detail. I love you. Donc, la vitesse est parfaite. L'exposition est pas surexposée. On voit très bien les plumes. Beautiful shot. Congratulations. Hopefully, we'll see you this year. Oh, speaking of which, en passant, Madame Dolce, if you're interested, um, it is la dernière fin de semaine, si je me rappelle bien, la dernière fin de semaine du mois de mars. Je passe la journée à baie du Fèvre pour les outardes, les cygnes, for the migration, the bird migration. I'm doing a day, I believe it's on the Saturday. Um, I'm doing a full day in baie du Fèvre over here on the south shore of the St. Lawrence, near Nicolette, and I'll be doing the migration of the birds coming back to Canada. Beautiful. I believe Madame Dolce was trying to do a selective color here, and which works very well. You have the beautiful pink of the flower and the desaturated background. Very, very, very well. Bien réussi. Well executed here. Beautiful, beautiful anonymous portrait here. The back of this person here and the lighting in the stalks of the plants, really the contrast of light, the shadows. Beautiful shot here. Again, congratulations, everybody. Oh, this is beautiful. I love these. I love these types of skies for sunsets. And as a matter of fact, I did a similar sunset like this here in St. Julie, where I actually exposed. Yeah, that's it. I actually exposed the sky at -4, and then selected the foreground in Lightroom and adjusted it to +4. And that was the best way that I was able to bring out these beautiful sun rays passing through the clouds. So, but this is fantastic too. You did a really good job here, Madame Dolce. C'est vraiment bien réussi. Félicitations. Oh, I like this. This is nice. Va falloir que vous m'indiquez où ce que vous avez photographié où ce que c'est où cette rivière-là. This is really nice. And it would have been even more interesting still with a 10-minute shot here. using neutral density filters. Those of you who don't know me, pour ceux qui me connaissent pas, en temps des chutes, puis quand je fais des longues expositions en plein jour, euh, dès que j'ai trouvé quelle sorte de résultat des photos de 10 minutes fait sur, surtout sur le paysage en tant que tel, c'est incroyable. Incroyable qu'est-ce que ça donne comme effet. Surtout l'effet qu'on peut pénétrer complètement les ombrages dans le forêt. Here's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shot here of a butterfly, a monarch butterfly. I love it. It could use a little bit more light here. So we maybe burning in a little bit over here would have even brought it. I would not have changed the actual exposure. Actually, well, maybe again a minus one third, minus two thirds, just to bring out more information here, and then after in post processing, then I would have brightened, burned in the parts that were a little bit too dark. But the background is fantastic. That contrast in the background, that darkness in the background, is really what pushes, what brings out the butterfly. Fantastic shot. Bien réussi, la Madame Dolce. There's your dog. Looking back, figuring what the hell is she doing with the camera in front on me all the time. Beautiful shot. Félicitations. Yeah. Oh, I love these low profiled um landscape shots of lakes and skies. This is really, really, really well done. Congratulations. Très bien réussi. Oh, how adorable. Our models. Look at that. I love that. There's no part here that's the exposure is no part where it's too exposed. The most important, c'est son visage. C'est bien, c'est clair, oui. Il y a certaines places qui reçoivent beaucoup de lumière. Par contre, c'est pas éclaté. Ici, vous l'avez vraiment bien réussi. Fantastique. We see the smile in her face. We see the eyes. Vraiment, vraiment bien réussi. Here too. Beautiful shot here. Colors are fantastic. Skin tones are great. I love the way you balance them in between the trees. We have a not a merry-go-round. We have a Ferris wheel in the blue hour. I'm assuming this would be no, this wouldn't be blue hour. This would still be sunset. Just before the blue hour. Beautiful shot though. Next time it would be to try to get this in motion. Oh, this is a fantastic shot here. Even en noir et blanc comme ça ici, vous pouvez essayer d'aller chercher un peu plus de contraste. Just a little bit more contrast. But otherwise, bien réussi. Is this a rainbow in the sky? If it is, you did a really good job there too. Fantastic shot. Congratulations. Yeah, there you go. There's the rainbow. Ouais, you did it. Tu l'as bien réussi ici pour l'avoir plein cadre. Hey, Mark, I see you swindled the art pinhole there and to get the as a model. Nice job. Fantastic. It's a little bit on the dark side, but otherwise, beautiful shot here. Could use just a little bit more brightness, not in this part here, but more here, right there. Otherwise, you did a beautiful job here. This must be one of your studio with the group, or with the group with the club. Nice shot, man. Good job. Oh, here we've got Mark. This was one of their exhibitions last year. Fantastic shot here. We got Fab chewing away at the bit there. There's Luco, Chantal. I missed this expo. This exhibition. I should have gone there. Nice shot, Mark. You got it. You got her. Chantal, right? She's not being hidden by the lady's arm. Beautiful lighting. Exposure is good. There's the turkey. I wonder if you got my email for tomorrow because I invited him for tomorrow night for the there's Uncle Bob. There's Nicholas. Fantastic. Mark, you cut off his feet though. Zoom out just a little bit or back it up a bit. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you telling me I could. No. You either back it up or on the spot. This is another beautiful shot here. Beautiful shot here. The intensity. Hey, Mark. Beautiful blue hair in there. And it works well in black and white. It does. It brings out the over exposed background really brings out the bird. You being the Photoshop guru could have just burned in just a little bit, brightened up this just his body by a little bit, not by much, just enough to say that we see a little bit more in that area of his body. And that's it, guys. So this was December 14th, 2024. Fantastic people. Merci pour vos partages. Thank you for your shares. Special thank yous out to Madame Dolce, Mark Alari, uh, Robert, Uncle Bob, Robert Vincent Dorico, Nicholas. Voyons, I'm missing. Oh, Monsieur Fournier, merci beaucoup vraiment pour vos partages. Um, and you guys will be starting to see it. Check out my Instagram right now. I'm posting more on Instagram, but I will be porting everything over to whatchamacallit, to Facebook. I'm just in the process of figuring out how to incorporate my YouTube, Instagram, Facebook accounts so that when I post to one, it posts to all the others. In the meantime, si jamais vous avez des questions, parce que c'est sûr et certain, bientôt, je vais commencer à faire des petites capsules sur le post-traitement, sur la photographie que je fais et tout. Et puis, vous pouvez toujours me rejoindre au photo questions at andrew-james.ca. Otherwise, you can always catch me on Messenger on Facebook or DM me on Instagram. Instagram, you can catch me uh, at sign um, andrew.james.photography or just Matrim, Matrim. And hey, we'll see each other in the coming year. I wish you all a wonderful year. Um, and please, I love to see your photography. On my Instagram, if you do friend me on Instagram, I do incorporate in my feeds a lot of the photographers I shoot with. I share their shares uh, from the photo walks at Biarri Camera Montréal. Um, so have a look, see. I'm also on Threads, but Threads is kind of still new for me. Je suis pas rendu vraiment in the meantime. Um, I just want to wish everybody a wonderful 2025, health, happiness, and lots and lots and lots of photos. You will be seeing more of me printing in the darkroom. So I'm going to be doing more darkroom sessions also. Um, and when you see me in the store, please, if you're visiting 1030 and you pass by Gosselin and you see me in the classroom, come and knock on my windows, and I'll definitely stick my head out. In the meantime, bonne fin de semaine. Tomorrow night, I will be streaming live our first roundtable discussion. Um, I got to check and see who's answered or who's going to be there. I'm not sure who's going to be there yet, but who knows? And I'm going to be posting also the link for tomorrow night. So if anybody wants to join in, step up, please, by all means. You're all welcome. Have a wonderful evening, all. Thank you again. Bye-bye now. First, I got it.